I'm so glad that you're here for the first episode. This channel is all about Pokemon cards, video games, and the shows and the movies too, and sharing the magic that hooked so many of us when we were kids, or maybe you're a kid now, which is great because we need to hand it off to you guys so that the tradition can continue. My own journey with Pokemon started when I was 12. Watching the original Indigo League series, that's where it all began for me. Ash, Pikachu, and the adventure that seemed like it was never going to end. Not long after that, my parents gave us one of the best Christmas gifts of all time. A Game Boy Color for both me and my brother Danny, who's also part of this channel. Mine was teal. Honestly, I don't remember what Game Boy Color he got. Maybe if he remembers, he could. Along with it, they gave us Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue. My brother's favorite Pokemon is Blastoise, so he got Blue and I got Red. Well, because Charizard was my favorite and still is. If I need to prove that, I mean, there's a lot of proof behind it, but I actually am getting a tattoo done of Charizard in Japanese traditional. Let me go ahead and just show you guys. Right now it's just the line work. It's still kind of healing, so in the next couple of weeks I'm going to get it filled in with color, so it's going to look rad. I'll share it with you guys when it's done. Then the following year I was lucky enough to get Pokemon Yellow, which coincidentally I have right here. It's my original copy of Pokemon Yellow. I don't have the Game Boy Color anymore. Don't know what happened to that. I don't have the original box, but I do have the cartridge. It's here. Just has a little wear on it, but you know, it's the original copy. That's what matters. And then, came the Pokemon TCG. This is where the obsession started. That's when things really got exciting and expensive. Still is expensive, especially because I love cards based on how they look and the illustration, or if it's a cool card, not necessarily the value or anything like that. I'm not an investment bro, or I'm not a scalper, so I'm really not interested in that. I'm more interested in if the art is cool and pretty much it. And if it's one of my favorite Pokemon, which I have a long list. It was the allure back then for us in the late 90s. Opening the packs, training with friends, and chasing the rare holographics. Every pack felt like it was a new adventure. Oh, here comes my daughter. Hi. So the biggest story is me and my brother Danny, we used to collect our Pokemon cards at a specific store, at 7-Eleven to be precise. Yes, they sold it at Walmart and Toys R Us, but it was just different getting it from this 7-Eleven. And I say one 7-Eleven is because me and my brother grew up in a really small town in California called Calexico, California. So it had a level of mystique to it. So why this day was so significant is because it felt different than any other day that we would go to 7-Eleven. You know, and we always rubbed our pennies together to get a Pokemon card, whether it was saving our lunch money or if we were gonna go cut grass, recycle, or wash some cars so we could go get a Pokemon pack. And it just felt different. So our grandma took us to 7-Eleven and we bought our packs, one each for me and Danny. He went first, he opened his pack, pulled a couple cards, and then he finally got to his favorite Pokemon of all time, which is Blastoise. He pulled the holographic, which I have here with me right now. This is the original base set card. At the time we didn't know it was base set, but I mean, this is the one he pulled that specific day back in 1999. So we're jumping and screaming, you know, and the cashier had no idea. Actually, the cashier looked at us like we were crazy. I guess, sure. I mean, he didn't know why we would be so excited, but I mean, it's Pokemon. So I was next. I opened up my pack Pulled a few cards, and then there it was. The one I was searching for, Charizard holographic. I screamed as loud as I could. But in my brother, we were both excited. Even more so, the 7-Eleven clerk was getting kind of annoyed. I think he wanted us to leave. And here it is. The original Charizard I pulled that day at 7-Eleven in 1999. It was amazing. Still one of the greatest pulls ever for myself. Now, of course, I have other rares in my possession that I held on because I liked those Pokemon, but I'll share those with you guys later. These are probably the more important ones because these were the original Pokemon that me and my brother loved. I know what you're thinking. Everybody loves a Zard, but everybody has their own story, which is more important, how it's tailored to them. Now, if it's a person who's like, I like Charizard because he's a more expensive TCG out there, then that's a different story. You know, that's kind of hype beast Pokemon collecting. Not here. That's not going to be here on this channel. We're just about collecting and the love of Pokemon, and that's it. Now, transition to today. Years later, I was 12 back then, and I'm a little older now. I still have that same feeling of excitement every time I open a pack. Doesn't matter what set, it really doesn't. I know some people might hate on certain packs, or there's hype packs, especially with what's going on right now. We'll have a video about what's going on with the community soon, promise. But what makes this even more special, that I get to pass this love for Pokemon down to my daughter. Collecting has gone from being a childhood passion to something I care, to something I can share as a family tradition. Whether it's the TCG, the games, or even the cartoon series. I just introduced it to my daughter. She's only 4, and she loves it. Her favorite is Charmander, and, well, Pikachu. I feel like every kid's favorite is Pikachu at a young age, but then they kind of grow out of it and gravitate to other Pokemon because there's so many to pick from. So that's what Mor Collecting is about. Emptying your bank account, well, at least mine and Danny's, for a hobby that we love and we've loved for a very long time. All of it is nostalgia, fun, and creating new memories while chasing the thrill of a pull, especially a pull that you're looking for. That's what it really is about, you know, a design that you're looking for, or an illustration that you're looking for, a specific Pokemon. Not tailoring it to, oh, let me see how much this costs, and that's gonna determine how much I like this Pokemon card. It should be deeper than that. You know, you're a fan of Pokemon, or you're just an overall collector, not worrying about if it's an investment or the card you have is a big amount of money. Like, I don't have one card that's graded, so maybe we could build that journey on this channel. And that's what we're trying to create here. Yes, there's a bunch of YouTube channels out there already about Pokemon cards, the video games and everything, but we just want to add our piece into it because we generally just love Pokemon, and that's all that matters. We're not trying to do anything that's already out there. We're just sharing our love of the hobby, and that's it. And honestly, I want this place to be where we can enjoy it together and have awesome conversations or have constructive arguments, because that's bound to happen. So if you love Pokemon cards, the video games, the TV series, or the movies, and the excitement and the stories that are behind Pokemon, personal stories, I think those are more important than anything else. You're in the right place. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, drop a like, and join me as we build the community. Now, let's rip some packs, play some games, have some discussions, collect some memories, and relive the magic of Pokemon together. Or if you're experiencing it for the first time, I think this is a good segue into the community, because I'm no expert by any means at all. Not even, and Danny isn't either. And Danny played more Pokemon Go than I did. I played Pokemon Go maybe for a little under a year. I just gravitated towards the base games. Overall, thanks for being here for the very first video. And now let's crack some packs. And remember, nerds, don't feed the scalpers. Because if you don't feed them, they'll go away for good and go somewhere else and scalp. So hopefully that'll happen. Catch you later, nerds.